What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to go over my day trading strategy. I love this strategy. I use it every single day. This is my everyday go-to #1 strategy. And I know this was a highly requested video, so I'm super excited to finally be releasing this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I do when I trade in general, I always get my daily levels. What does that mean? I'm gonna always get my daily support and resistance levels because those levels are going to be important no matter what time frame I am looking at. So this is the daily chart. Let's go ahead and get these levels, right? So obviously you have a level right here and we have a level up here, right? How did I get these levels? First things first, let me mention that if you haven't, I have a video on support and resistance. I posted it a few days ago. It's a great video if you don't understand support and resistance. If you're a beginner or maybe you just haven't really gotten around to it even though you've been in the market for a little while, I don't know. But that video is really good. I highly recommend you watch that video if you don't know what support and resistance is. But let's get back to it. So obviously I have a daily level, I have a support level at 23.29, and I have a resistance level at 25.16, around that area. You see that wick? Don't really care about that too much. It's a little outlier, but we have a 25.16 resistance level. Now that I have my daily level, I want to go back to the 5-minute chart where I will then continue my preparation for the day. As you can see, my daily levels are still on this chart. I always want to have my daily levels on the chart. I need to see those at all times, especially when I'm day trading. Now, what's next? What do I do next? So now I'm on the 5-minute chart. That's the time frame I use for day trading at all times. Now I'm going to chart my pre-market high and my pre-market low, right? And if you don't know what that is, I am about to explain it right now. But just for the time being, let's go ahead and get those levels on here, right? So my pre-market high was 24.98, so let's call it 25, and our pre-market low is 24.30. So what is the pre-market? So the pre-market is like the market before the market. So say you use Webull, the Webull brokerage, you have pre-market starts at 4 a.m. for them, 4 a.m. Eastern time. If you use Robinhood, their pre-market starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time. TradingView, right, which is a platform I chart with, their pre-market starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So they start at different times, depending on the brokerage you use. But no matter what, if you're trading options like me, you can only trade at the earliest at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. But I want to chart my pre-market high, pre-market low, because for me, it is important to know where the price either bounced or rejected, for this given day, right? Because these are going to be important intraday charts. If you don't know what intraday means, it's any time frame under the daily chart. So the 4-hour, hourly, 30-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute, all those time frames, those are considered intraday time frames, right? So now that we see, let's see what we have now that we're got that out the way. So we have our 23.29 daily support level. We have our 24.30 intraday support level, our $25, or to be exact, 24.98 intraday resistance level, and our daily 25.16 resistance level. Now, I'm not going to sit here and just remember the prices. Like, I don't want to do that. Just like which is what's my daily, what's my intraday. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clean up the chart a little bit, and I'm going to change the colors, right? Let's change this. I don't want it red. Let's change it to white, right? Something a little bright. So we change this to white. Now I know my white lines are going to be my intraday time frames and my yellow lines are going to be my daily time frames, right? You want to keep it as simple as possible. You want to make sure you stay sharp. Now, what's next? Next, we're going to add my favorite indicator called the VWAP. Now, what is the VWAP? It's also known as the volume weighted average price. I primarily use the VWAP for bounces and rejections. Now, this is very important. This is my indicator. This helps me decide what I'm going to do, right? Am I going to run calls? Am I going to run puts? and the support and resistance levels, either the daily or the intraday, help me when it comes to my price targets, right? My price targets are always going to be based off of the support and resistance levels, okay? So now that we got that out the way, let's get into what exactly we're looking for in terms of entries and exits using the VWAP indicator. Now, to make things clear, like I said, I'm looking for bounces and I'm looking for rejections off the VWAP, which is this orange. I said orange, it's clearly not orange, which is this blue line, right? I want bounces and rejections off this blue line, right? Which is my VWAP. Now, I'm gonna actually move to another chart where we can actually just sit here and break down what I mean by a bounce or rejection, just to keep it simple. So as you can see, Tesla opened up, right? It opened up right here. This is the first candle of the day. It made a strong move up. Now for me, I personally never ever want to take a play at open. That's just me. It may work for other people, but for me, I never take the opening play, right? If the price looks like it's shooting up at open, I don't want a part of it. I want a retest. I want a retest of the VWAP and then, a breakout. Or I want a rejection off the VWAP and then a breakout under the level. But I never just want to take an impulsive move up. Right here, this is considered, for me, this play right here, this price action is considered an impulsive move up, right? There was no retesting, there was no anything. It was just a move from, 1013 all the way up to its highest point for that time to 1042. Now that's a huge move, but for me, honestly, I don't want that move. Because when you have impulsive moves up, you can have an impulsive move down. I need strong price action. Now you may say, well, you're missing opportunity, but based on my experience, I lost a lot more money taking on impulsive moves than I did taking on very strong calculated moves, right? So for me, usually, I never trade the first candle for sure, and I always want to wait on some type of price action. Because, if you're a scalper, that's awesome. This is a play for you. If you're a scalper and you can catch, a play that, a 30-second move, you're in and out of plays really quickly, then this is the play. You want those impulsive moves. Those are really good for you. But if you don't want to scalp, but you still want to day trade, you want to make sure that you take advantage of the good move, the strong move, the very calculated move with good price action, right? So for me, as I said, I'm not going to take this play, right? This first 5-minute candle, I usually don't even trade the first 5 to 10 minutes of the market. So I'm gonna let the market choose a direction. I want this strong move. So the impulsive move up, we see that. And then we get a little bit of consolidation sideways and then a move down. This move down is right at the VWAP, right? So when the price is above the VWAP, I am looking for a retest and then a bounce off the VWAP and then a continuation, right? That's what I want. So right here, this is exactly what we get. We get a move right here, we're up, we get a little sideways action, we get a move down towards VWAP, and then we get a bounce. On this bounce, I'm taking calls. I have taken calls here, right? I see this red candle. I'm not convinced. I don't think we're going to tank or whatever, but I do want to see if we're going to test this VWAP. We do test the VWAP, and then we get a move up. I'm in calls on this candle. I am in calls on this candle as soon as I see that it is bullish. It is a bullish candle. We're looking good. And then, as you can see, we get a strong move up. And then we have, let me zoom in a little bit. We have some clear resistance. This candle couldn't break this level. This candle couldn't break this level. This is my exit. I am obviously exiting right here. I see that this is clear resistance. One thing you guys need to know, when we're day trading, we're not looking to stay in plays forever, like for the whole day. A day trade is a day trade. If it takes 5 minutes to get in and out of a play, then cool, we're in and out. We're being quick, we're being decisive, we're sticking to our strategy, we're understanding risk management. We have all that down packed. We have emotional discipline. We are not just getting in plays and just expecting it to go to the moon. We're in all day, I'm catching the whole move. No, that is not what the goal is when we're day trading. Like for me, I'm getting those 10, 15, 20, 25% gains, while other people are chasing those 100, 200, 300% gains that easily blow their account because, price is reversed, or it's the intraday time frame. So you have to be quick, you have to be sharp, right? So like I said, we got this VWAP bounce. So we made a move up, we got this bounce, and as you can see, we went from a 1030 entry, $1,030, right? And then we made a move up to 1048. That is a lot of money. That is a great move for Tesla. We made a lot of money right here, and then we exited because we met some resistance right here. Now, just so you guys know, like I said, we had a move up and we retested VWAP, and I entered right here, right? This would have been my entry, and let me just highlight that real quick. This would have been my entry right here. Oh, you can't even see that. Oh, never mind. But just so you know, this candle right here would have been my entry. Now, you may wonder, Isaac, what if the price ended up not going up and instead coming back down under the VWAP? Well, it's simple. You don't hold losers, right? You do not hold losers. What does that mean? You do not see a play go wrong, go bad, go against you, and then hold the play hoping it goes the right way again. That's not the way it works, guys. So check this out. For example, if the play went like this, we're up, we get a retest, we look like we're going up, and then we end up coming down. I am out under the, as soon as the price action breaks under the VWAP, I am out the play, right? Why am I out the play so quick? Because you want to maximize gains and you want to minimize losses. I'm gonna say that one more time. You want to maximize gains and you want to minimize losses. Every play you take is not going to be 100%, right? The stock market is not, nothing in the stock market is guaranteed, right? Nothing in the stock market is guaranteed. So with that being said, you have to make sure that you're very sharp and not indecisive with your decisions. So for me, I'm playing the bounce. Boom, we get a move up. Okay, we get a bounce, we're up, we're good. I take profit right here. In any case, if this play goes wrong and the price goes, we get a fake out and it goes down here, I am out the play, right? I am out the play for minimal loss. Where some people, and I know, and this is a fact, some people will do this. You'll see a play, it'll be bullish, it's going your direction, you get the VWAP bounce, and the next thing you know, it reverses, and you're like, okay, it's gonna go back up. I don't want to lose. I'm not gonna lose this money. It's gonna go back up, and then you end up losing a ton of money because you weren't disciplined, right? Having a strategy is not only for winners, but it's also for losers as well. So if this play is a winner, awesome, right? Great for you. But if the play is a loser, your strategy doesn't end. You have a strategy for your losses, for your risk management, right? So my risk management would have took me out the play as soon as this price broke, right? I'm out, okay? I'm out. I live to see another day. All right, cool. Now that we got that out the way, like I said, we have a play right here. Boom, we get a bounce. Then we hit some rejection. We already caught a great, almost a $20 move on this pump right here. Now we're good. We're done. I'm done with the play. All right. And then obviously you can see you get a little bit of action right here, where it retests the VWAP again. Actually goes sideways a little bit. Looks like it's going to break out, but doesn't. As you can see that long wick before it actually retested and broke again. But as you can see, we have a resistance level right here. So honestly, this would have been my price target for the whole day. And then you can see that it finally broke towards the end of the day, the last few minutes of the day. But honestly, we caught this move. I'm good. That's almost a $20 move. That's a great play. That's a great day for Tesla. Let's go over one more example before we take our charts back to forward, right? Because I want to get you an example. So that was an example of the VWAP bounce. I want to get you an example of VWAP rejection. So as you can see, this is SQ, right? This is SQ. Let's see, what do we have? Like I said, the opening, I never take the opening candles. Like I don't want the impulsive move, guys. I don't want it. As you can see, SQ opened and it immediately ran up. Let me tell you for sure, I am 100% positive that there were millions of people who saw this play, who saw SQ have, these 3 5-minute bullish candles and hopping calls. They're like, oh my gosh, SQ's about to run all day. I'm hopping in calls, and I'm letting the price run. I'm making a bag today, right? And look what happened. Look what happened. SQ ran up, as you can see. SQ ran up. And then it went back to VWAP. Did it retest VWAP? Yes. Did it did it bounce off VWAP? No, it did not bounce. It did not bounce. And look what it did. It ended up coming all the way down before retesting VWAP a simple break and retest, which we talked about in the support and resistance video. And then after this retest, guess what it did? It dumped. So where you took an impulsive move, it retested, couldn't break, and then made it move down before retesting the VWAP and making it move down, right? So those are the reasons. That's a clear example of why I only take the VWAP bounce or the VWAP rejection, because I only want strong moves. These impulsive moves aren't really worth it unless you are a skilled scalper, right? And if you're a beginner, especially if you're new to day trading, you don't want to, you want more of a sound strategy. Scalpers, it's definitely more higher risk because you're in and out, in and out, in and out. If a play goes bad, you gotta get out quick because you don't want to lose all your money, blah 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 blah. But with this strategy, it's a little slower, still fast because it's day trading, but it's a little slower. And then you have you know what you're playing, right? You know you're playing the bounce, you know you're playing the rejection, and that's it. Okay, so impulsive move up, boom, didn't bounce like what you wanted to. If anything, you want this impulsive move up, a move down, and then that's what you want, right? If you want to enter right here, if you can get a bounce. But instead, we broke below, retested, and then had a strong move down, right? So that was a VWAP rejection. So now that we got that out the way, let's go back to our forward play, right? We have our daily levels, intraday levels, and then we have the VWAP. Now let's break this play down. So as you can see, we have let's go on the path tool one more time. As you can see, the price opened right here. It actually tested our 2430 intraday level. As you can see, you have a long wick. This wick signifies that there was some buying pressure at this level, as you can see right here. So the price opened and then boom, it had a wick. Actually, it had a wick on the upside as well. So there was really just some indecision right here on this candle before, okay, we got a nice bullish candle, whatever. I'm just waiting on the price action at this point. I'm not rushing to play. I'm trying to see what the stock does. And then as you can see, we make a move kind of below VWAP, make a move above VWAP, and then you see this wick right here. As you can see, there was a wick, the price was pushing down, and then before the candle closed, the price bounced off this VWAP level. As you can see, I hope you guys can see, I'm gonna make the screen a little bigger. You see this wick, so the price, so after this candle closed, the price, there's just price action, the price goes down, it tests VWAP, couldn't break below VWAP, it clearly bounced, and then you have bullish action, right? So check this out, this is the play right here. So we have, a bounce off that level, not really a bounce, but just some price action, We're back above VWAP, we bounce that VWAP level, we bounce off that VWAP level, and we have a move up, right? So that's a really awesome play right here, where you have some price action, you're just being patient. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So by the 35th minute of the market, you now have a bounce off the VWAP using that wick on that 35th minute candle. And then my price target is my pre-market high, right? My pre-market high is around 24.98. So let's call it 25, but 24.98 to be exact. And you can see where the price had trouble breaking. You can see that. And then we have not only that, but we have our daily level right above that. So we have two key levels right here back to back. That's why charting these levels are so important, because if you just hop in this play and you don't have a price target or anything, to let you know when you should be able to when you should take profit, then you're kind of like stuck where you're kind of just out in the open. Like you just hope it keeps going up. When should you take profit? Blah, 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 blah. Right here, I know when I'm taking profit. I see the price action. We're here. Then we have a bounce off this level. And then we near this level, I'm already scaling out my position. I'm taking profit right here. If it keeps going up, cool. But I'm not in. I'm in for a good move. This was a great move, right? We got in on this candle, let's say 24.65. We sold at 24.98. right? And if you know Ford, you know that's a big move, because Ford is not one of those. They don't have a high ATR, meaning average true range, meaning that they only move, a very small amount a day, but that move can do a lot for option contracts. So that's a clear move. And then as you can see, for the rest of the day, we kind of just float between the VWAP and our pre-market high. There's not really much of a move after that. Before the end of the day, we're kind of broke. But other than this starting move right here, there really wasn't anything that was very attractive. If you're really quick with it, you could have caught this move as well. So let's see, we had our move right here. We had a bounce off that level. Boom, we take profit, and then we start coming back down. Then we have another bounce off this level, and then we have a take profit area right there again, right? So we had two potential moves right here for Ford. We had a move up right here on this 35th minute candle. Boom, we take profit, great play. We had a move down, then we had another bounce, and then we had a take profit zone right here as well. And honestly, that's a pretty strong bullish candle right here. You could have, if you were willing to risk the amount of profit you have made already off this play, you could have definitely stayed in to see if we could break this level cleanly. As you can see, it did make a push, but it rejected off this 25.16 level. So you definitely would have taken profit on this candle, but nonetheless, that's a pretty strong move from $24.78 to a potential $25 around that area, maybe even $25.10. That is a great play for Ford, and that was just utilizing our pre-market high, our daily resistance level, and the VWAP bounce, right? So that was pretty easy. Let's move on to Tesla. Now, we already kind of did Tesla, but I want to put it all together, right? I want to start from the beginning so we can understand everything, because we might have missed something not having our levels on there. I just wanted to show you guys what the bounce and rejection look like. So as you can see, we have a level up there. We have a level right here. And let me be consistent. Let me make my daily support levels yellow. Right, so we have a level right here. We may even have a little bit of a level right here, but let me just keep it simple, and I'll keep these two levels right here. Yeah, so as you can see, we have our daily support and resistance levels. Let's actually go to the 5 minute now. Let's see what we got. So we already completed step one. We have our support and resistance levels for the daily chart. Now we want to draw our support and resistance for the pre-market high and pre-market low. Let's keep it organized. We're going to change the colors to white. Right, so our pre-market high is 1028 and our pre-market low is 997. And I don't know if I said this in the last video, but the orange shaded area for TradingView is the pre-market. The blue shaded area is the post-market. So this is after the market is closed. This is the current morning, right? So just so there's no confusion. So like I said, 1028, 997, and then our closest level is going to be 975 for a daily level. So let's break this down after we add the VWAP. So as you can see, right, there's a little more perspective here. So we already went over what the bounce would have looked like for Tesla, but as you can see here, we have a bounce, or we have some price action in the pre-market. We have a move up, an impulsive move up, right? We break our pre-market high level, right? We broke our pre-market high level and we're already above VWAP, but look what we get. Not only do we get a retest of the VWAP, but we get a retest of the pre-market high level, making our previous resistance level a new support level. And then what do we have? We have a strong move up. So this right here is not only did we get a solid break and retest, not only did we get a solid bounce off the VWAP, but we got a solid break and retest of the pre-market high at the same time. This is the strong move I'm talking about. This is one of the strong moves I'm talking about, right? So not only, like I said, we're above VWAP, we retest VWAP, and then we bounce off VWAP, but we got a break and retest of our 1028 level. That's how powerful that pre-market high level is, right? So we have two reasons to hop in calls. So not only we're not guessing, we're hopping in calls confidently for this 1031 to 1048 move. And like I said before, this was a take profit level right here, because as you can see, we rejected off this level twice. And let's see what's next, right? Let's see what's next. So we rejected off this level. We kind of had some price action right here. Price tried to push right here, couldn't really push. But as you can see, it did bounce again off that pre-market high, and then rejected again off of our, resistance level right here before making another move down. Now, I want to touch on something, because there can be instances where you think it's a breakout or you think it's a bounce, but it's really not. All right, and I want to show you guys this to show you how you should navigate through a situation like this. So as you can see, we had this price action, and then we had another bounce right here, right? It was clearly a bounce. You can see a bounce, and then it started to go up, and then there's a little retracement, nothing major, and then it actually at one point went as high as, what is this? This is 1041. It went from 1041 back down to around 1028, right? So in this situation, if I'm hopping in calls, this is actually a pretty big drop down. At this point, depending on your account size, obviously, honestly, if you don't have a decent sized account, I really wouldn't recommend playing a stock like Tesla anyway. But if it's somebody who, maybe you load pretty heavy and you have a lot of wiggle room or some cushion, or for somebody like me, what I would have done in this situation, I can see that, okay, this is a clear bounce. We had a move up from, let's say I definitely would have gotten in, let's say at the most this candle right here, this second candle. So let's say I got in around 1035. The price went all the way up to 1041. My price target is the resistance area, which is 1048. And what happens is it actually for some reason rejects off this level and then comes back down, right? It comes back down, and then, actually, hold on. We have a rejection level right here. I missed that in my last explanation. So as you can see, we had a move up. So mad I missed that. So we had a move up right here. And then as you can see, we have multiple candles. We have multiple wicks right here. And let me zoom in so you can see it. I don't know how I missed this before. My apologies. But we have multiple candles. We have a candle right here, candle right here, or a wick right here, wick right here, wick right here, and a wick right here. This is another resistance level that we found, right? I don't know how I missed this in my last explanation, but this is another resistance level that we found, right? So I have to be sharper. That was my fault. I should have seen that. So that explains why we had a wick right here. So check this out. So it changes a little bit. So we had a move up, retest, and then a strong move or a strong bounce. Now this is a pretty strong candle right here. This is a strong candle, so clearly we broke that resistance level, right? And before we met our next resistance level up here, then we had a move down, and then we had a bounce, right? We had a move down, then we had another bounce. In my head, I am already looking at this level, right? I'm looking at this level as my take profit area if I do decide to get in again. This is a quick scalp, quick play, quick day trade. This is my first take profit level because we have some resistance right here. If we break this level, then I would look for a move up here, but not until we could confidently break this level. So that explains why we had that wick right there. And that explains why for the rest of the day, for a good part of that day, we kept rejecting off that level. And as you can see, it didn't really break that level until a few minutes left to go in the market day. But just a quick recap of this, we had a move up, met some resistance right here. We have a wick, 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 wick. So this is clear resistance at 1042. We retested, boom. We had a strong break, right? My first take profit area is that 1042 level because that's a clear resistance level that we found. We break that, we have another resistance level right here at 1049. We have a move down, we have another bounce. Boom. You want to take this bounce? Your first price target is 1042, which is that first level. Your next price target, if you can break, is this level right here, that 1048 level. And then as you can see, it definitely, it bounced, and then it bounced twice. And then next thing you know, if you did want to take that again, you have a, take profit level of 1042 again. And as you can see, that level was very strong because it rejected again, bounce, couldn't get that rejection. You know, I would have been looking for a VWAP rejection right here, or pre-market low rejection. And then as you can see, we had another rejection before, you know, just bouncing off this 1028, that pre-market low, before making a move up. All right, so price target level, and then our next level is 1048. So that was the price action for Tesla. Hopefully that makes sense for you. This was a relatively easy play. Pretty, you know, especially when you have the VWAP and the pre-market levels working for each other. This is a very, very easy play. You know, you got that move up, retest, boom, retest, take profit, retest, take profit. Okay, now let's move on. Now we're at SQ. Let's move to the daily chart and let's chart our levels. Let's go ahead and mark the daily levels for SQ. Let's see what we got. So right now it looks like it's at a key level right now, and then we have another level right here. And this is really interesting. I want to show you guys this to show you how strong these daily levels are, really. So as you can see, we have a move up, rejection, rejection, rejection right here, a bounce, weak move up, rejection, or I'm sorry, bounce, bounce, rejection, move up, and then we have a bounce, right? So you can see how strong these levels are. We come over here, we have the same levels, right? The same levels. And mind you, this is January 2022. Back here is July, August, and September of 2020, right? So that's a 2-year difference. You can see how important these levels are. So you always want to make sure you get these levels. All right, so we're going to move back down to the 5-minute. And as you guys know, we're going to get our pre-market high and pre-market low. So as you can see, the pre-market actually looks really weird. Occasionally, I don't know why, but it looks like that on TradingView sometimes. But I always, anyways, I stick to my strategy, right? So I'm gonna make my pre-market high and pre-market low, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my VWAP. All right, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, we have an impulse move up. Impulse move up. Okay, let's see if we can get a retest and a bounce. We clearly don't get that bounce, but instead we get this play right here. As we already went over SQ, you guys already know. We got this, right? Look where this, but this is very interesting. Look how it bounced off of the pre-market low, or pre-market high, excuse me. You can see that we had a move up, then couldn't retest, broke under VWAP, or couldn't bounce off of VWAP, broke under VWAP, bounced off of our level, our pre-market high level, before rejecting off our pre-market, rejecting off our VWAP. You may be wondering, Isaac, why don't you take calls on the pre-market bounce, right? The pre-market high bounce. Well, here's why. I value the VWAP bounce and rejection more than the pre-market high, pre-market low bounce and rejection, right? So in this situation, I am looking for, so we have this, I'm still looking for either the bounce or I'm looking for the rejection, right? That's what I want. I don't care about, you know, the pre-market high level. I want to see how the price is going to interact with the VWAP. So as you can see, we did have the break of VWAP and then the retest of VWAP before gapping down. So on this gap down, I am taking, so this is a strong gap down. This is clearly a rejection. I am taking puts right here, right? I am still, you know, this is, you know, like I said, the pre-market price action was really weird for this TradingView chart. So let me just move that real quick, and especially while we have our daily level, right? Our daily level is so close to that pre-market low, or what looks to be pre-market low. So our daily level is 133. So what I'm looking for, right? I enter puts at around 134.40, 134.45. And as you can see, we have a move down. Now I'm looking to take profit at this level. So this is a dollar move. That's a good move for options. We have that dollar move from 134.40, 134.45, all the way down to 133.40. Now for me, what I'd be waiting to see if we could break this level. Is the bearish movement right here strong enough to break a daily support level? And as you can see, you know, if you have the willpower for it, you know, some people they want to take profit, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, this is a dollar move. You're already in profit by the time the price goes from up here to down here. But if you're like me, I'm gonna see if we could break this level, and clearly we did. After a while, you see consolidated before a move down, and then cool. Now we're really in profit. A move from 134.40. Now we're at the lowest point. We're at 131.45. So we got a pretty decent move. Now, knowing me, this is my exit. Why is this my exit? Because I noticed that there's a hammer candle right here. Anytime you see a hammer at the bottom of a downtrend, it is a indicator that there may be a reversal coming up. And as you can see, we did get a move up. So for me, I've already taken profit. We're at 130, you know, I entered at around 134.40. We get a move down. We see, you know, we kind of test this support level, this daily support level, which is a really strong level. We break below. I'm taking profit right here. But look at what you have. If you know your chart patterns, you know that this is a bearish continuation pattern known as a bear flag. But not only is it a bear flag, but you guys can actually see that it is also a break and retest, right? It broke this key level. It went to go retest that key level, and then didn't go all the way, but you know, at the same time it created this bearish flag, and then another move down. And then obviously, if you wanted to take puts on this break, you 100% could. Entry at 132, exit at, you know, when you see this hammer around 130. So that's another $3 move. That's a really good move, right? That's a really, really good move. Obviously, you see some more downside, but like I said, when you're day trading, you're making quick, decisive moves. You're not here to mess around. So this would have definitely been my last exit out of Square. So just a quick breakdown. Let's break this down one more time. We have a move up, right? Impulsive move up. This is not what I want. This is not what I want at all. We have a move down. We couldn't bounce off this level, so we moved down even more. We broke on this candle. We broke our pre-market low. We broke our pre-market high, but I'm not worried about this. This is not, I do not care about that break. I want the retest. We bounced off that level, but then we ended up rejecting our VWAP. Boom, this is my entry. We go. If you're not willing to risk the profit that you've made, this is your taking profit level. This is a daily support level. As you can see, we got some consolidation, which is what we want at support levels like this before a move down, right? Move down. Boom. This is my first exit. I noticed that there is a hammer candle right here, which is a reversal candle. Then we go into a bear flag and or break and retest, right? Then we broke the flag. We have another entry at 132.16, and then we write it down. We notice the hammer on this candle. We're gonna get out at 130.78, 130.80. So that's another strong move right there. We tagged Square for two really good moves. Just being patient, waiting on our retest, and obviously valuing our VWAP more than the pre-market high, pre-market low. And like I said, this pre-market looked really different than you see Tesla's pre-market. You know, it looks really good. You can chart those levels. You see Ford, you can chart those levels, and then SQ, that it looks really weird right here. I'm not sure why, but you can still see that we played this exact same way using our VWAP rejection strategy. Right, next we have Microsoft. So this is the daily chart. Let's see what we got. So we have two bounces right here, I'm noticing. We have a bounce right here, a bounce right here. So that's clearly a level. Then we have a break of this level, retest, and then now we're right here. And then if I'm looking, I do see, I'm gonna raise this just a little bit. I do see that we have a rejection right there. Then we get a break, and then we finally can break. So this is clearly a level right here. So we have a support level of 305. We have a resistance level of 317. So let's go to the 5-minute chart and let's see what we got. All right, so look, it looks like we have another weird pre-market But let's go ahead and chart our pre-market low. And let me stay solid. Remember our daily levels. I like to keep it organized. Remember our daily levels are going to be yellow. So let me go ahead and change that. Our daily levels are going to be yellow. All right, there we go. So our daily levels are yellow. We go to the 5-minute and you can see that our pre-market low is this white line at 301.84. Now, this isn't, like I said, this is another weird one where the pre-market looks a little weird. But you can see on this candle, this is the last candle of the pre-market, and it's also the highest candle. So just to be consistent with what I'm trying to do, I'm going to go ahead and mark that level. Now, as you can see, or actually, hold on, we make sure we got to put our VWAP on there. We can't trade without the VWAP. So let's see what we have now. So as you can see on this first candle, the sellers or the buyers pushed the price up before the sellers actually pushed the price right back down below our daily level, right? This is a daily level right here, but obviously you can see we had a break and then we kind of got in a little consolidation before another move up. Now, for me, I'm still not in any of these plays. I did not get in on this, nothing. Nothing right here was a clear bounce off the VWAP or rejection off the VWAP. So for me, I did not take this play. I did not take anything. As you can see, we made a move up and then we rejected off this level, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mark this level down because that was our first rejection of the day. As you can see, we went and then we tested VWAP. We had a clear move where we went, let's draw this, get the path tool out. We had a move, kind of a little consolidation, a move up. Boom, we had a resistance level, came down. Now we're here, right? We bounced and then we had a move right here. And obviously you see where the price got stopped up multiple times. This is clear. This is clearly a rejection level for Microsoft. This is another intraday rejection level for Microsoft. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit, right? So if you wanted to, like for me, this would have been my play for Microsoft. So I didn't get in right here because I don't like impulsive moves. I want a retest of the VWAP before continuation. So we ignored this. Boom, we have a move, rejected off this level, came back down. Boom, hit this level, bounced off the VWAP. So let's say we get in off the bounce, we're good. We ride the price. It's at 307 right now. We sell. We look to sell at this level where it continuously got rejected, and then we take profit at our 308.70 level, right? Right around that 308.70, 308.69, right? So that's a clear level. That's a good move for Microsoft. 307 to 308, solid move. We're good. We take profit. As you can see, the price rejected off this level again, came back down, consolidating. This isn't really a really strong move, really strong bounce for me. It's more of just price action. The stock isn't really moving too much, so that definitely would have been, it looks to be my last play. The last play I would have taken off Microsoft for sure. You can see, yeah, that's just price action. And for me, I usually don't trade. You know, my day trading, time frame is from 9:30 to 11 Eastern time. So for me, this price action right here, this is really the only bit I would have been paying attention to. As you can see, let's see just a quick recap of this one. We have a move up, consolidation, nice move up. I mean, if you're an experienced trader and you see this price action, you definitely could have taken this, but just, sticking with the strategy and being faithful to the strategy, I would have wanted that VWAP bounce to come and play. Okay, we bounce, boom, this is my play right here, right? I take this bounce right here. I load contracts, I load call options, and then I'm good. I take the play, move on with my day, because obviously the price action really wasn't that favorable the rest of the day. It kind of really stayed in between the VWAP and this 308 rejection level, and this is a really tight level, so I would have avoided playing this after this VWAP bounce right here. So let's move on. Let's go to AMD. So AMD, we have a support level right here, a bounce. So we have a bounce, and then consolidation right here. This is just an outlier. Then let's see, a resistance level. Definitely have a resistance level right here. You got that rejection. consolidation, finally broke, weak breakout, got that rejection again. So yeah, so we have a level, support level 131, resistance level 156. Let's move to the 5 minute, zoom in a little bit, and let's go ahead and chart our, I did it again, hold on guys, I did it again. Let's be solid. Let's change this color to yellow. Right, we're here. Let's go down to the 5 minute. We're gonna chart our pre-market high, pre-market low. So pre-market high right here. And we have our pre-market low. Okay, now let's add the VWAP. Okay, cool. So let's see what we have. So as you can see, we have a pretty strong open, pretty strong. We have good volume, pretty strong move at open. This is not me. You guys know by now, this is not me. I'm not taking this play. I'm not taking these plays. I'm not taking these plays. We have a break under VWAP. I'm looking for the rejection here. We don't get it. But what we do get, we get a move up. We get a bounce, right? We bounce off this level, and then now we're here. But before we do that, make sure that you guys are always getting your intraday resistance levels as time moves on within the day. So as you can see, we had a move up and then kind of a move down, and then just kind of some consolidation before we rejected off this level. So we rejected this level twice. We rejected right here, made a move down, made a move back up above VWAP before bouncing, right? So now I have my price target. So we're here, boom, rejection, price action, rejection, move down, we have a move back up, and then we retest the VWAP, clearly a bounce, and then my entry was around 134.55, 134.66, around that level, and then my exit or my look to take profit is this level, 136. Because why? Because we rejected off this level twice before. I'm not giving away profits by waiting on this price to reject again. I'm going to go ahead and secure profit right here. As you see, it went a little higher. You can definitely mark this as another resistance level. But for me, I am very content with this move. I'm not looking to make multiple moves on the same play multiple times a day. If I could tag a play once, I'm good. If I tag it twice, that's cool. But I'm not going to just sit here and try to trade the same stock. I try to trade the stocks that are on my watch list, so that usually consists of around 4 to 5 stocks that I'll be looking at with quality setups. But other than that, I'm just looking at maybe one play per for this stock. I'm not looking to just make 100 plays on this stock. So as you can see, let's do a quick recap. We had, and let's delete this really quickly. Let's delete this just so we can do a recap really quick. We had a strong move up at open. We had a rejection. Okay, we see the rejection 2 times. We're not going to move on before we make note of that. And then we had a move below VWAP. Are we going to get the VWAP rejection? No, we don't. We come, we break above VWAP again, we retest. Okay, this is a bounce. We enter, and then we are here, right? We are here. We take profit at this level, but we have our next resistance level right here. Okay, and then like I said, the rest of the day kind of not really the best price action or whatever. I'm not really worried about this. I'm looking for VWAP bounces and rejections still. Don't get any of that the rest of the day. Like I said, I usually trade from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So this was, let's say, this is actually 11:40. Obviously, I'm gonna stay in the play if I'm not gonna walk away at 11 a.m. But if I see a play, I'm taking the play in. But my goal is not to trade all day. Trading gives you a lot of freedom, so I'm not gonna sit here and look at my charts all day. But I will take advantage of the plays I see while I'm here. All right, and just before we move on, I just want to go over something really quickly again, right? Just in case the play goes bad. Like I said, every play is not going to work out the same. Every play is not going to be a winner. What do you do when you may spot a loser, right? So like I said, we had a move up, rejection, then another rejection, a move down, but below VWAP, a move back up above VWAP, and then we have a bounce, right? Let's say this stock goes right, it bounces, you're good, you're in calls, and then all of a sudden we break back down below VWAP. You exit the play. You're done. You're done. If the reason you got in is no longer valid, then you need to get out the play, right? So for this, in this hypothetical situation, I would have gotten out the play, and I'm done. I'm done with AMD. Clearly, the play didn't work out. I'm not going to hold and hope it goes back up. That's just the way it is. I'm going to take my loss and take what take my money and find the next play, right? I'm not going to get too beat up over a loss. I'm just going to make sure I minimize them. Okay, next. And lastly, we have Facebook. So let's see. So, this is a little ugly, but clearly you have a level right here, a resistance level for the daily. Let's see. And then we do have a support level right here, right? You have a bounce, 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 weak breakout. Then you have another bounce right here, bounce right here. Then you have another weak breakout before bouncing, and then obviously couldn't break out, didn't have enough strength, and now we're sitting at that level again. So let's take it to the 5 minute really quickly. We have another weird little pre-market scheme right here. Yeah, that just looked really weird. Let's go ahead and put our VWAP on there though. Right, we're gonna put our VWAP on there. This is a daily support level, so this is a very important level right here. As you can see, we scroll up, you see the resistance level way up there, but obviously the price is down here. So we have our daily support level, which is 322.50. There isn't really a pre-market high right here. I mean, this just looks really weird, honestly. If anything, I could definitely go ahead and chart a pre-market low. You can see a little bit of a candle right there. I hate that it looks like this, but you know what? It's really okay as long as you can get your daily levels and maybe just see where the pre-market was where the pre-market action was. As long as you can chart something, you're good. Clearly, and I can actually see a pre-market high level right here as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and take that. So let's see what we have. So we have a strong move up, right? We have a really strong move up. But I'm disciplined with my strategy. I'm not going to chase this. Obviously, you may be thinking, oh man, but that's such a big move. That's such a big move. Why would you miss that move? Well, here's the thing. You take this move and it works out. You'll look to do it every other time. And then sooner or later, you'll get caught on a lot of heavy reversals, really fast reversals, chasing these plays, right? So I'm going to stick to what I'm doing, stick to my strategy, and then I'm going to, be profitable within that strategy. So we get a move up. Right, we're above VWAP, we get some consolidation, and then right here we kind of get a bounce off VWAP, kind of not really convincing enough for me. We meet a rejection level right here. As you can see, we rejected twice off this level right here and then right here, so we can go ahead and draw that. And then kind of the rest of the day, I mean, you get a bounce right here, boom, you get a bounce, consolidation, and then another move up. But honestly, just looking at all these wicks, you see a whole bunch of buyers step in right here. Right, you see a whole bunch of buyers. Just a lot of it's really choppy right now. Really a lot of consolidation. On a day like this, it doesn't look like it was a very good day for Facebook. So in a situation like this, I wouldn't really necessarily look for calls anymore. And as you can see, well, Isaac, look down here. Well, as you guys know, like during this time, this is in the afternoon now. As you guys know, I usually only like to day trade from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm not really going to look for many opportunities towards the second half of the day. That's where I more so get into, let me find if I can find a potential swing maybe. But for my day trading, just the full morning. And after that, if I really can't find nothing during this time, then I don't really want to take it. And I honestly I added Facebook on this video because I wanted to show you that I don't take every single play. If the price action doesn't look good, then I don't want to take it because it's a good way to lose money. If the price action is bad, if there's too much volatility, too much choppiness, it's really just going to kill the contracts that you get into, and you don't want that to happen. So you see all these wicks flying around. I mean, this is just not really clean price action for me. So Facebook is a dead move, definitely for this day. You can see that it never broke above this level. Once it hit this level, this 332.13 level, it never broke above. got a little wick over there, but yeah, the price never had a solid break above. So that was definitely a good stock not to trade, right? So I'm just gonna fly through these stocks really one more time just so I can get a quick recap of all of them. So let's go. It's gonna be rapid, right? We're going through this real quick before we wrap up. So we have Ford. We had a move up, okay, whatever, move up. We had a retest of the VWAP after a break above. Boom, we're here. We got some wicks right here, definitely a take profit level. We have a move back down, we bounce off VWAP again, and then look where we are now, another take profit level. We have Tesla, we have a move up, and then we retest VWAP, boom. We have a really good play right here. And then obviously you have another retest of VWAP before we hit this rejection level again. That first rejection level, as you can see, these wicks right here, signifying that this was a level, an intraday level that appeared while the market was open. So we definitely took note of that. If you did enter right here, this would have been the first price target, and then the second price target would have been right here. And then you have another clean bounce, and then obviously the first price target is the exact same, and the second price target is the exact same as well. Then we have SQ, we have a VWAP rejection, right? Let me get rid of this real quick just so we can clean this up just a little bit. We have the VWAP rejection, we have a move up, we have a move back down under the VWAP, right? Under the VWAP, we retest the VWAP, and we were able to break under our pre-market high level where we made a move down, consolidated at the daily support level where we had another strong move down, where we definitely took profit right here. Took profit because of this hammer candle, which is an indicator that there will be a reversal. This is a reversal candle, definitely at the bottom of a downtrend. So we definitely exited right here, went into a bear flag and or break and retest of our daily support level before breaking down again, where we enter for puts around 132, exit for puts at this next hammer around 130.77. Then we have Microsoft, right? Microsoft, we have a move up, right? We have a move up, consolidation, rejection off this level, and then you got a lot of wicks right here, This is definitely another level right here, but we do have two levels at 309, 308. We have a move down, we have a VWAP bounce before we move up, and this is our take profit level. As you guys know, we definitely couldn't break past this level, and then we did have some wicks back here as well, but we definitely couldn't break past this level. You see 4 candles in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, where the price just couldn't break. So I'm definitely taking profit right there. That is a really good move. We have AMD, we have a move up, right? We have a move up, rejected twice, rejection, or 3 times. So 3 rejections, 1, 2, 3 before I move down. Can we get a VWAP rejection? We don't get that, but we do get a VWAP bounce. Our first price target is this level where we got rejected twice, which is 136.07. I'm taking profit right here. As you can see, it did make another leg up around 137, which would have been our second take profit level. And lastly, we have Facebook, where we had a move up, kind of, sort of, kind of bounce, kind of not really, rejected off this level twice, and then we just kind of had choppy price action, even though it bounced off our levels, actually twice. Bounce, rejection, then we had a bounce right here, rejection. The price action simply wasn't favorable enough for me to want to take calls right here, just because the price action was a little too choppy, and you don't want that when you're trying to trade. So I know this was a long video. Hopefully this made sense. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave it down below in the comments. I redid this video maybe 100 times, it feels like, because I wanted to find a way where I can explain it and for it to make sense to somebody who has never heard it before. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to leave it down below in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, where I will definitely be going over my swing trade strategy, and I hope to see you there. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.